My daughter was everything to me, so I did whatever I could to support her.
And I started doing cocaine with my buddy, staying out till 4 or 5 in the morning, missing days of work. And I don't got time for this kid. I'm shove it off onto my ex-wife now.
That is not what support means.
I found it to be much easier to meet and date people in Brazil than here in the United States.
You know, it'll never not be a red flag to me when somebody says, I couldn't find anyone to date me in my own country, so now I exclusively date internationally.
I've had several relationships in Brazil. After a few devastating breakups and even a failed marriage.
A failed marriage? Don't you mean 4 failed marriages? Do not lie to us.
I started thinking that maybe real love just wasn't in the cards for me.
Yeah, why confront your numerous personal flaws and shortcomings when you can just blame fate?
But then I met Ingrid. Now, this time's gonna be different.
Is it? I mean, she's another Brazilian woman who is decades younger than you that you are going to manipulate, gaslight, and lie to, so I don't know. Kinda sounds like everything's exactly the same.
I think I chose very wrong in the past, but she is totally different.
The issue was not your choice in women. It's just you.
Ingrid obviously knows that I'm in a wheelchair, but she doesn't know details, bathroom stuff, sexual stuff. She's never really asked me about it, which surprises me.
If she doesn't ask you, you can just tell her. You know that, right? Like, you can just volunteer that information freely.
I don't want to overwhelm by saying too much.
You have been dating for 2 years. You could have sprinkled that information slowly throughout any of those 730 days.
You plan on having sex when you go over there?
Yeah, but we haven't talked about nothing like Viagra and all that other stuff, because
You should never tell him.
Oh, don't worry, sir. That won't be a problem for him.
I put a Viagra under a pillow. I put a Viagra in the room, because you never know, because when you get in a situation, you might be on the couch and long from that Viagra like...
Or, hear me out, you could just tell her the truth.
Recently, I was talking to Ingrid, and it became clear to me that she hasn't told her family much about me.
Sir, you haven't even told her much about you.
I've been married 4 times, including a few failed engagements. Most of these women were quite a bit younger than me. Ingrid is also 20 years my junior.
I just hope that my dad's not Ingrid's ticket to give her kids a better life, because he's so much more than that.
Debatable.
And I have messed up and done things wrong in the past. Just need you guys to trust me.
Incredibly untrustworthy man asks people to just trust him.
It's strange going through the airport in a wheelchair sometimes because people are staring or wondering how the hell is he doing it.
Nobody's thinking that, man. No one in that airport is wondering how a man in a wheelchair is getting from one end of a flat hallway to the other.
I lost the wheel on the suitcase.
Aw, just like his own emotional maturity, his luggage is one wheel short of a smooth ride.
The hand controls fit any car, but there's no even getting in there, getting down to do it myself.
Oh my God.
Só abre se precisa, até nem precisa.
Buddy, maybe we just let Ingrid drive tonight and you can have her set up your hand controls tomorrow morning when she's not in heels or a little black dress.
So I took the blue, half the blue, only because you never know.
Took a boner pill despite there being zero sexual chemistry or tension.
Então me ajuda com minha calça. I undress myself, I can take care of myself pretty much.
Please do not ask her for help doing something that you've been doing on your own every single day for over a decade.
Sometimes maybe I'll throw them a little test sometimes and have them help me out and get a gauge of their attitude, of their patience.
No! Bad boy. We do not test our partners.
I prefer to normalize my situation as fast as possible. So if we can do that on the first night and move past it, all the better.
Wants to normalize his situation as fast as possible, yet he did not tell her any of this for the past 2 years because he did not want to overwhelm her.
Ingrid, você sabia que eu usei o catheter, não?
I've never explained to her how it all works.
How is she supposed to know how to use it if you have never told her how you use it?
É bolsa, né? Você vai mijar com isso? Vai ajudar? Não. Cansou de ajudar já?
I'm sorry, so you tell this girl for 2 years that you are ultra independent, And now on the first day that you meet her, you think it's okay to ask her to help you take your pants off, get you into the shower, then give you a quick jerk and stick a catheter into your pee hole?
Não tô fazendo nada de respeito, eu tô fazendo
Não.
Yes, you are. You are literally testing her by asking her to help you with things that you are perfectly capable of doing on your own, and then you're making her feel guilty for being overwhelmed.
I'm very serious about meeting people that are important to her in her life, especially her father. You know, if I'm gonna be with your daughter, I feel it's respectful as a man to meet you.
You know what's also respectful as a man to do that you are not capable of doing? Telling the truth.
I'm just not gonna take no for an answer.
Foreshadowing.
Quantos anos seu pai tem?
Meu pai tem 54.
É a minha idade, meu. Que isso?
Brian, você sempre falou pra mim que era 40, então
Menina,
você
já
mentiu
tô-
a sua idade pra mim.
Lied about his age and then forgot he lied about his age.
Calma aí.
Não, você tá com 45, Brian.
Tá louca?
Gaslighting.
Nunca tinha problema pra falar minha idade. Não esconde, até tô com orgulho pra falar.
Doubled down gaslighting.
A Ingrid, eu falei pra você, minha filha tem a mesma idade de você.
Dating someone who is the same age as your daughter. Also, doesn't take away from the fact that you lied about your age.
I don't think 5 years is a big difference. I'm still the same guy that she's been with for the last 2 years talking to. It didn't change anything for me.
Of course it doesn't change anything for you. You're not the one being lied to.
Americano também, eu adoro carro. Quando eu comecei eu senti mal, porque minha irmã tava...
Using his disability as a tool to deflect away from his lies.
Como é que aconteceu tudo isso pra você ficar assim?
Tô pensando, eu nunca contei pra você que eu vendi... Contei não?
Não.
Eita.
Acts surprised that he never told her all of the things that he knowingly hid from her the last 2 years.
Comecei, eu vendi por 5 anos, usei também e cansei.
Eu tentei para deixar tudo atrás.
You did not want to leave your life of drugs behind.
I met a woman, started dating her while I was married. Word got around. I finally told her that, hey, I'm done. I don't love you anymore. We can work together. I like the money. I don't like you.
You just wanted to leave your wife for the much younger woman that you were cheating on her with.
Depois meu acidente, eu sou bem diferente, Ingrid.
You actually seem shockingly the same.
So, I mean, everybody has a past, and I'm not ashamed of mine.
But you really should be. You were a terrible person. I find it very hard to believe that you learned from your mistakes and became a better person if you do not feel any shame for the awful person that you used to be.
I feel like I'm being judged. You were a drug dealer before. You can revert back to that. Maybe you're not selling drugs now because you're not walking. That's up.
No, that is a fair and legitimate concern. Ingrid is not a bad person for wanting to know if you are no longer involved in illegal activity because you sincerely had a change in morals.
I did not expect her to react the way that she did. Shows a lack of compassion and...
I don't think you know what compassion means, because someone in this relationship definitely lacks compassion, and it is not Ingrid.
E aí, você, tá sentindo bem?
Tanto assim, tanta coisa assim pra ser processada em tão pouco tempo.
Lubing up those eyes with his tears for some emotional manipulation.
Ah, você não tá vendendo droga hoje em dia porque você não anda. Me machucou.
Okay, do you know how many times you've heard her in the past 24 hours? I don't see you apologizing for any of that.
Eu quero passar mais tarde. Talvez você encontre seu filho, converse mais com você.
I really don't think meeting her son is what you should be focusing on right now. Kind of feels like you're trying to get her to trust you by forming a bond with her son instead of just, you know, being a trustworthy person.
I know that Ingrid asked for space, but I need to stop by and let her know that I care about her.
Disregarding someone's boundaries to prioritize his own needs.
Limuzinho, essa pra ti.
Eu amo rosa. Eu amo rosa. Obrigada.
Love bombing.
E eu tenho uma coisa aqui para seu filho, se aceita também.
Pode entrar.
Tá?
Disregarding someone's boundaries, love bombing, and coercive manipulation, all in a single gesture.
Meeting Arthur is a joy. I'm really glad I came.
I mean, you didn't really give anyone a choice in the matter, so...
Onde foi e como foi a primeira noite de amor de você?
Calma, amiga.
Não, calma nada. Fala.
He's putting her on the spot and forcing her to answer it so that she feels embarrassed because he is still super salty that they have not banged yet.
15 anos, né? Na começa até hoje. Namorei com brasileira.
That's weird. I would not be telling people that. Like, I would just keep that an inside thought.
Chega no Brasil, já tô na cama, na primeira noite com pessoa, pá.
I would not tell people this either. Oh my god, just stop opening your mouth. Only bad things come out.
Tudo, mas eu tenho uns presentes pra você.
Oh my God!
Não quer. A sutiã.
Meu Deus!
Continuing to pressure her to bang him.
Ingrid made it clear that she was ready to have sex, but I didn't have a condom.
Remembered lingerie, forgot condom.
It's my fault that I didn't have a condom and I wasn't ready for that. But for her to shut everything down and end the way it did, it hurt me. It hurt me.
Nope, stop making it about you.
I was feeling good with meeting the kid and meeting the friends and checking all the boxes and doing everything. I thought it was a great compromise, a massage and oral sex. There has to be something else going on.
You did not bring a condom, and she did not want your face in her snatch. It's not that difficult to understand.
I think that Ingrid turning me down was her out. I think she's realizing that she doesn't want to be intimate with a guy with a disability.
She is a grown-ass adult. She would not have gone to the hotel, put on that lingerie, and then let you rub her down with lotion if she was not into the idea of banging you. Please stop making everything about your wheelchair and take some goddamn accountability.
I didn't have condoms. So I guess I'll please you as much as I know. But as soon as I went in, it was stop signs and sirens. And then I tell her, you know what? What's wrong with you? You're just sending too much mixed signal. I'm confused.
She openly communicated that she was uncomfortable and then asked you to stop. It is not mixed signals just because you don't like her decision.
You gotta ask instead of assuming, like, you gotta be like, do you want this present?
Oh, I never thought about that.
He never thought of getting consent.
Something's wrong. Something's off. I just feel like Ingrid has been standoffish since the beginning.
Yeah, you made her play car mechanic in heels and a dress, and then you tried to get her to put your catheter into your pee hole, and then you outed yourself for lying about your real age, and then you threw a fit when she didn't want to continue sexy time because you didn't have a condom. How are you over here thinking, Ma, it's just because I'm in a wheelchair? It's not. It's not your fucking wheelchair. It's because you're a trash fucking person.
I can't continue chasing this relationship if she's not willing to be intimate with me.
Again, she said no because you did not bring a condom. That does not mean she doesn't want to be intimate with you. It just means she doesn't want a third kid.
Pegar culpa por essa, mas eu quero falar mesmo, mas eu senti que tava brincando comigo.
That is not an apology.
E aí eu fiquei grilada com a forma que você
Caraca, que chato, porque era presente.
Painfully does not understand the concept of consent. If Ingrid came home with a giant strap-on and told you, happy birthday, buddy, I'ma shove this thing up your asshole, you are not obligated to take it up the ass. You can say no. That is called consent.
Desculpa, sério, desculpa do...
An actual apology. But only did it because his previous attempt at gaslighting her did not work.
Ingrid asked for her own hotel room so she can have privacy and space.
Disappointed that his girlfriend wants her own hotel room because he has a habit of pressuring her to be intimate.
Essa chance também, eu moro perto, se passa tempo no meu apartamento, falando que vai acontecer alguma coisa, mas pode.
Pressuring her to spend the night with him again.
Aí, agora, cada ano, cada dia, né? No tempo que talvez vou precisar uma ajuda quando eu tô mais velho.
It is real shady to love bomb this chick for 2 full years, setting the completely wrong expectations on who you are and what your needs are, and then dumping all of this realness on her in the first 2 weeks that you guys meet each other in person.